welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is Boss Vision, where I share with you all beauty, fitness, hauls, and everything you need to know about making candles. In today's video, I'm so excited to be sharing with you all 5 candle troubleshooting tips. Yes, when I first started, there were so many things that I was not aware could go wrong. In a perfect world, we could just melt the wax, adhere the wicks, and then go ahead and add the fragrance and pour. No, it's not always that way. There's so many other elements that we have to be mindful of in order to ensure this process is smooth. I sat down and I put together 5 troubleshooting tips that I want to share with you all today. If you're like me, you understand that it is not a walk in the park. It does take time, it does take patience, and if you keep watching videos like this, you'll be able to better understand how to prevent those mistakes or get better. Definitely stay tuned for the video. If you do like videos like this, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on anything else that I post. Alright, let's just jump right into it. Okay guys, number 1, tunneling. Yes, this can occur for a number of reasons. 1, it could be the temperature in your room. Studies show that your temperature in your environment while you're making candles should be about 70 degrees. If it's too low, your candle is not going to adhere to the jar properly. If it's too high, it's also not going to adhere correctly. So keep it between 70 and 72. Don't go any higher than that. Just stay in that range. Just a safe spot. Another reason why you're getting tunneling, it could be your wicks. Yes, so it's so important to do wick testing. I'll insert a link to my video on how I wick test. Wick testing can definitely prevent tunneling for you as well. Another reason why your candle could be tunneling, it could be the type of wax. Yes. So for me, in the beginning, I watched this YouTuber, I won't name her name. She suggested IGI 6006 by itself, as it is. She said, I just use soy paraffin IGI 6006. And in my mind, in the beginning, you're like a green wallflower. You just listen to everything and you agree with everything, right? So I went and I bought a 10-pound slab from Candle Science of IGI. Guys, this wax is not beginner friendly. Initially, the first thing that happened is a huge sinkhole after my first candle, because the first candle I made, took a Bath and Body Works vessel and I scraped out the wax and I put in some random wicks, some eco wicks from Candle Science, and then I put in some IGI 6006. Bad, bad, bad. This wax needs very much a lot of attention. So a lot of factors could come into play with regards to IGI 6006 because it's mixing paraffin and soy. When you mix 2 different types of wax, you do have to be mindful of the fact that certain steps need to be taken with regard to the temperature in the atmosphere and a few other things that we're going to get into next. Okay guys, number 2, wick centering. For the longest, I always struggled with, I got this advice from the same YouTuber. She told me to use skewers and clothespins. Do not start with skewers and clothespins. You will be miserable. I would highly suggest you grab chip bag clips. I'll insert the link right here. They're about $7 on Amazon. Super cheap, and they're more reliable than rolling down that skewer and holding clothespins. So yes, definitely avoid that issue of not having your wick centered by using these clips that I'm showing you, or if you get some wick holders. A great example will be Lifestyle 3D Style Printing. They sent me some amazing wick holders that have worked wonders, and they're custom. All you do is purchase your wick holder. It's like 10 bucks, and you send them an email with your specific specs of your vessel, because a lot of times people are using different size vessels, and he'll send you a custom wick holder that can accommodate your specific wicks. So yeah, I'll put the link down below for him as well. Okay guys, number 3, your wicks are flickering. In the beginning, this was so scary to me. I was like, why is it about to be an inferno, a huge earthquake going on in this candle? Like, I'm just trying to live my life and this candle is not letting me be great. But honestly, my best tip for you guys with regard to your wicks flickering and dancing is to wick test. Yes, I mentioned it earlier, but you do need to accommodate for the fact that your wicks do depend on your candle vessel and your wax. So a lot of times we'll see eco wicks being used with coconut wax and you're wondering why you have this huge fire. I'll insert a picture of a huge soot party I have above my fireplace so you guys can see. You see this? Inferno? It happened here. Look at this perfect example of Miss Wick. Look at this. And in the beginning, you put your information here. IGI. Yeah. I use that IGI, you guys, and coconut hybrid. They do not. I mixed coconut and y'all, I was just trying stuff. And the wicks I used was HSP wicks. And as you could see, they didn't work together. They do not. And it was up here. And as you can see, this is the reality of the situation. Moral of the story is to never play games with your wicks by walls, because you will make flames. Be careful. When you wick test and you notice your candle wick is dancing a little too much, it could be a number of things. It could be that you did not trim it properly. I don't know if you all are aware of this. You could be brand new to candle making, but it's super important to trim your wicks 1/4 an inch before you light them every time. Not just the first time once you get it out of the package. You need to make sure you trim that wick way low every single time after you burn the candle, because what's going to happen is if you don't do that, that wick is just going to be firing off and dancing really high, and you're not going to know if it's the proper wick for your candle or not. Another factor that is inevitable for you is getting the right type of wick. So with our wicks, you can get cotton wicks, you can get some HPSPs, you can get some CDs, you can get some WY767s. There's so many different types of wicks you can get. But you do have to be mindful of the fact that certain wicks may be too large for your vessel and they may be too small for your vessel. So a lot of times if the wick is too large, it flickers. So you may need to wick down. So a red flag for me when I see my wick flickering is that it could be too large. I remember I was using CD20s or something like that. I was like, whoa, I took it way down to CD10s and now we have a happy balance, guys. So yeah, you may have the wrong wick. Okay guys, number 4. This is so important and it's something I really wish people would have expressed to me in the beginning. Certain types of wax are harder to get a smooth top with, and you should be mindful of this before you decide to, you know, marry a certain wax. So for example, soy wax. Oh my god, it is not user friendly. It's the most difficult wax to get a smooth top with. You have to definitely play around with the temperature in your house. You even have to incorporate tinfoil methods. I'll insert a link to the tinfoil method that I created. A lot of people enjoyed this video. It helped them a lot with regard to making their top smooth. At some point you get fed up with not being great, you know what I mean? If all else fails, invest in a heat gun. Mine was like 12 bucks. I'll insert a link to Amazon right here for you guys. Last troubleshooting tip, you guys. This is something that is so important and that we all go through in the beginning and you know, during and even today. Hot throw. You always want to find a hot throw. It's super important, and I know you guys struggle with that too, because I did in the beginning. I was like, why are my candles not smelling good at all? But what I learned was that you have to be patient with them. You have to incorporate the right temperature, as well as curing them for 2 weeks, as well as researching your fragrance oils. You need to stir your fragrance oil in for 2 full minutes. Some people will tell you just do it once, right? But you should actually pursue doing this for 2 minutes. I mentioned this in my how to get a better hot throw video. If you haven't seen that already, I would say click this link right here. It'll take you straight to it. In that video, I went in detail about the significance of making sure you get that fragrance oil fully incorporated in there, because it's just like as if you were making a cake. You guys, realistically, if you were making a cake today, your cake comes with, you know, that pre-store-bought cake batter, and then it says add milk and it says add an egg. If you crack that egg in there and you just went whoosh, what's gonna happen? That egg did not get fully incorporated. You got a fried egg on the top of that cake once you bake it, and that is not the goal. That is not our focus here. We want that egg fully incorporated and just, you know, working wonders for our candles. So in order to do that, you have to mix it for 2 full minutes. Sounds controversial, but girl, it works. Honestly, in that 2 minutes, not only are you fully incorporating that fragrance oil, but your wax is getting time to be at a lower temperature for you to pour. And I found with any wax, I use paraffin, soy, coconut, beeswax, any of those, palm wax, anything like that. If you pour it at a lower temperature, you're more likely to get a hot throw. Because if you pour it when it's hotter, you know what's going to happen? That heat is going to burn off some of the fragrance oil. But what happens if you pour at like 185 with your fragrance, with your candles, you're going to look at it, and as that candle is cooling, all of that heat is just burning. It's just burning through all the fragrance oil, and you're not going to get a hot throw at all. You're going to be really sad. Okay guys, those are all my tips. I hope you all enjoyed them. I hope you found some value in them and they help you with your troubleshooting. If so, comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up and definitely subscribe so you don't miss out on anything else that I post. I'm posting non-stop candle business content. I post vlogs every Sunday, as well as a video that will help you get better in your business each week. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your week, your moment. Just live in your purpose and love life. Okay, bye.
I see the way you move, dancing dirty Diana.